Hey, Lo, turn me up.
I'ma send this out there, little nigga in the struggle right now. Feel like they can't win for losing. Don't know how they gon' win, but they feel they gon' win one day. Just be cool, nigga. Be cool. Be cool. You gotta pray. This world too real to do this shit by yourself. Don't down talk, nigga. You'll never get your day. For real. Everybody get their time to shine. Be cool, your time come. Like the weed up, nigga. Let go. Every dog day got a brighter day coming. Like Pac said. Be cool, your time come. Be cool, your time coming. You ever been so broke you had tears in your eyes? I know your pain, nigga. Words from a real nigga though. Be cool, your time come. Shit, I know your fucking money looking funny. Plus you wasting all that time on that woman. Switch it up, nigga. Feelings cold, you be really out your soul. But your habit keep you broke. Let it go, give it up, nigga. Keep it real, you ain't prayed in a long time. Probably why you ain't had them J's in a long time. Thinking about your uncle, huh? He got a long time. Your people tripping, gotta leave before you curse them out. Now you going through some things and you stressing out. Now you and a nigga rap beefing, you gon' stretch him out. Here go your baby mama texting about drama. You won't tell your child that she got a miss ass mama loud. Nobody wanted me famous, I had to go and get it. So fuck looking for a handout, go and get it. My boy Big Baby used to rollin' with me. Walking to school one day, he told a nigga, be cool, your time coming. Be cool, your time coming, nigga. One day this be over. No longer on your ass. Be cool, your time coming. Be cool, your time coming. Every dog day got a brighter day coming. One day'll be over. One day this shit gon' pass. Second verse, I gotta stir. I live when used to work. Falling over time and time again in that dirt. All of us, all my kin really stuck up in that dirt. Now pressure on me to get all of us out that dirt. I was just 12 years old and they gave donkey life. He ain't leave me no cocaine, but he left me out his stripe. Picked up the pen and started writing. I was the sickest in the streets, but everybody bigger. I'm like, what about me? Be cool, your time coming. Give him the words a little deep. He died with his mask on robbery. His little brother became my nigga, now look quick on side of me. He Joseph doing 7 in the feds and he just wrote a G. He say your time ain't came yet. Nigga, just think back. Every time you got up, them people find a way to change that. He told me, nigga, right back. Smiley face, you ain't even in your prime yet. Be cool, your time coming. Be cool, your time coming, boots. One day this be over. These police on my ass. Be cool, your time coming. Be cool, your time coming. Every dog day got a brighter day coming. One day'll be over. One day this shit gon' pay.
Now let me talk some real shit. I'm talking way back in the cheek. Mama said you ain't gon' make it. Told me rapping ain't for me. Auntie said that shit you rapping, they gon' kill you in the street. Boosie told me keep rapping, they kill you, they killing me. My favorite teacher, Miss Stanley, she told me Spiffy, you can do it. She said if you write poems, then you can turn this shit to music. I started spitting flames, then I got my turn with music. Situations never changed, cause I wouldn't put down my ooze. Be cool, your time come. And it came, and I really did my thing. Man, this nigga really living, put his ass up in chains. Getting blamed in the game when they tryna bust a brain. Waking up like this fucking world changed. You gotta hear me out. If you down on your dick, you gotta hear me out. You feeling like the world a bitch, you gotta hear me out. You down bad, hitting licks, you gotta hear me out. That shit gon' change, real talk. Be cool, your time coming.
Be cool, your time coming, nigga. One day this be over. These police on my ass.
Be cool, your time coming. Be cool, your time coming.
Every dog day got a brighter day coming. One day'll be over. One day this shit gon' pass.
Be cool, your time coming.
I'm in the car with you right now, nigga. You just was up, nigga. Now you back on your ass. For real.
Be cool, your time
coming. All the things you wanted, nigga.
coming.
All the things you needed, nigga.
Coming.
You gotta speak it into existence. And it's coming.
Coming.
Be cool, your time coming, nigga.
Welcome. How's everybody doing today? Doing all right? Everybody hear me good? All that good stuff? I'll scroll through here. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to the top, but I'll greet some of you people here. We got Justine, Batmom, Chaotic, K Schwizzle, White Claw, Tanya, Dean, my nigga Dean. Annoyed, what up, bro? K Schwizzle, Warbot, Steel Dawn, Walter, that guy, Chaotic, Spokes, pant sweat. I'm guessing that would be something in relation to Wally. Don't worry, we're going to get to Wally here in a little while. We will discuss Mr. Wally. Good morning, CJ. Good to see you. White Claw, Gilf, Dragonfly. Be nice to Dean. Be nice to Dean, Dragonfly. Bullhand. What's up, Vic? Sam's Clit. General Sea Monkey. Ellen Degenerate. What is up? Okay, I think I've scrolled far enough. That's as far as I'm going to scroll up. Okay. Well, anyways, so we got a little bit to discuss today. Got a lot to discuss. You know, there's been a lot of news and information and some sad breakups happening. I do have some clips to play for you guys that are very never before seen, I guess you could say, or never before heard clips. Some of them show you just what a tard that Walmart character is. We're gonna discuss him. We're gonna discuss him a good bit because he has made some accusations, you know, and we're gonna discuss those accusations. So, will you play clips for us? Yes, I will play clips for you. Cancer Boy, Cancer with a hard R. ScatCon, okay. It looks like we have triggered the masses since they decide to pull up. We'll see how everybody feels once we start. This will not be a long stream because, for one, I'm almost out of coffee, and two, my wife is home, and I don't ever go live when anybody's here, but she's working from home today, and so I figured I could get by with a 30 or 45 minute. We're gonna demonstrate what a psychopath Tom B is. That will come later. He tried to play nice on these panels, but when he was on that panel, I believe was talking to Short Bus and arguing with Ryan a bit. You could really see the narcissistic psychopath come out in him, and it confirmed why he gets along so well with Tommy. In some of these clips I'm going to play here, you will see even more so why he gets along so well with Thomas Fellows. As far as the breach goes, as much as Mitch tried to tie it to the boys didn't have anything to do with the leak. The boys didn't have anything to do with the breach. And as a matter of fact, old Matt here tried to protect as many people as possible from it. And tried to tell them not to fucking do anything with it. But as you can see, they didn't listen. So they get what they get. But I guess whenever you treat people the way that CPP treats people, it's not a surprise that things like this happen when people get upset. People are focused on the wrong thing with this leak, this information leak or breach. I, I I hate calling it a breach because it's not a breach, because Tom B literally handed Steph the link, just gave it to her, like let her in freely, because they thought that she was a good person, I guess, or whenever she was part of the team, she had access, which nobody should have ever had access to that much information about anybody. CPP should not require that much information from anybody to be a decoy. And if they do, it should be a paper copy and it should be kept under lock and key, and no one has access to it except, I guess Tommy. But frankly, I wouldn't want Tommy with having that much information about me anyways. But we're going to talk a little about that. Yes, Jenny, they are trying to divert from the real issues. The thing is, it wasn't a breach. It was mishandling of information. Like it was just mishandling. That information should have never, ever, ever been on a Google Drive that required nothing but a link to get to it. That was the level of security. Yeah, my cat's over here hollering. That was the level of security. Was if you don't have the link, you can't get into it. But if you have the link, you have full access. That's ridiculous. That is a major lapse in security. And thank God it's closed up now, or I'm guessing it's closed up now. They would be stupid to not close it up, because the editing was sloppy, and I'm sure that somebody snagged the address to it. I tried to keep them from doing that, but they didn't. So, is there any room for sympathy? Not really. I don't really have any sympathy for them. But the first subject, I think the first subject at hand is, I think we should talk about the breakup between CPP and Janie and JFaz and all of this stuff. And tell you, in my opinion, take a look at why Janie and JFaz and as I'm going to call them, the old guard. And we've already seen this happen with CPP before. Like Tommy pushes out one crew and brings in another. Pushes out one crew, brings in another. It's happened a couple of times already. It's the changing of the guard. It's what happens with CPP because Tommy can't keep people. The changing. Go on, cat. Please go. Lord, stop hollering at me. Anyways, distracting me. Kitty cat distracted me. The changing of the guard has happened this time, as it does most times, because those people, the old crew, has become of no benefit to Tommy. And what is the biggest benefit that Tommy Fellows needs from, as far as CPP goes, right? It's money, huh? Money. Let me pull something up here. Well, a couple of years ago, let me see. Okay, I got it handy. A couple of years ago, they were trying to become a 501c3, and then they stopped all of that. Well, they had somebody who has a family trust and who was willing to put in a lot of money into the organization as a donation, instead of handing over the government a lot of information. You know what I'm saying? They would much rather put that money into doing something positive. Well, that changed, and that person moved away. But then a short time ago, I guess it's probably been about a year now, they decided that they were going to move back towards trying to be a 501. And I will go ahead and say the middleman for that, between the person donating the money and the organization, the middleman was one of Tommy's closest people. I'll call her by name. It was Janie. Janie was the middleman between the donator and the person. Well, there was a big blow up back in May of this year, and then after that big blow up, this letter was sent. This letter was sent to Tommy. And this I took the lady's name out of it because there's no need for her information to be put out. But it says, "My name is so and so, acting trustee of my family trust. I have watched your organization for the last few years, holding out hope and waiting for it to mature in its leadership, as well as attain its 501c3 status. I had campaigned to my family that we donate to your cause as soon as I could see signs that those things were taking place." Sorry, it's very small on my screen. The last big blow up was just too much. And this was a blow up that happened on May 1st. You lost your most faithful and longest supporters. And we all know who those are. I don't think it's any surprise who those people are, causing the need to start over again. With this being about the third time I've watched this happen, I will never be able to convince my family that this will ever become a viable organization, no matter how noble the mission. This being said, it's unfortunate that we can't wait any longer. This is the year I absolutely have to find somewhere to donate a large amount of money or give it to the IRS. And that really does not set well with me. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up so I can see it a little bit better. It says, though the horrible names that I was called and the slander to my character were grossly unprofessional and immature, I still wish for the best for CPP and its original goal. And let me tell you, who was the one that, who do we think it was that was doing the name calling? Who do we think it was doing the name calling? None other than Tom B. None other than Mr. Tom B. Came in and just freaked out on a lady. And we are going to hear a little bit of Tom B and his ranting and how he talks to his team members here in just a second. But whenever this happened, that pretty much sealed the deal on Janie, and Janie, JFaz, WPG, Cody. All of those people are the old guard. My cat is calling me names right now. He thinks I'm talking to him. Janie, JFaz, WPG. All of these people are the old guard. They're real tight. They are a small clique. And when the new guard came in, they don't like those people. They wanted to push them out. Well, whenever the money dried up and there was no more benefit to keeping Janie around, That pretty much sealed the deal. It all boils down to money. And when you lose $250,000, it's a pretty big deal. Let's move over to let's go ahead and watch a couple clips. This will transition into, so CPP back a few months ago. I don't know if you guys, yes, $250,000 pants sweat. A few months ago, I don't know if you I don't know if you guys remember, there was supposedly a mole out there, and CPP thought they had a mole. Well, this fucking genius Walmart tard, and we're going to show you just what a fucking retard this guy is. I don't know if that person put up the money for the 501 paperwork. I just know that they were going to donate somewhere in the neighborhood of $250,000, supposedly. So, the mole, and the mole was very, very talked about behind the scenes in CPP. Everybody wanted to know who the mole was. They all thought they knew who the mole was. Well, let's get into that. Let's watch a little clip. Let's see what this genius. Let's see what this genius here has to say about it.
It's whenever I get things, that's how I do it. When Janice sits and sends me more things, she only sends me 4 or 5 to update, then I can't do anything. But go.
And yes, let me tell you, this is a man. This is a man here.
And look for screenshots for these creds so we can update Airtable and stuff like that. So that's the other thing I'm doing for Tom.
No one's saying you're not working, Wally. I don't know why you keep bringing this up.
I had to come in here and listen to the mole whine and cry about, ooh, I'm worried. Because that's what a mole does. They shut down, but they keep yapping because they're scared. If you just sit there, be quiet, people are talking, and then express later, then you wouldn't look so guilty. Peace out, my niggas.
Peace out, my niggas. Do y'all hear that? You hear this?
Oh, he's tough, man. He's tough.
This is the retard that they're giving some semblance of authority to. Okay, this is the retard.
Actually, that's what I wanted to come up and speak on, this semblance of authority. You know, I used to think that they just gave Wally stuff to do to shut him up and to keep him out of the way. But the fact that they're still running him to update on convictions and all of that makes me think that it's actually very purposeful. You know, who better to have running or updating your convictions than somebody that is never going to be able to complete the task if
Right.
You're trying to hide the fact that you don't have convictions.
Exactly. And see, the thing is they do in some ways they do like hide him or keep him out of things. Let me show one example of how they do that.
Yeah, run it.
This is a picture of the war room. This is CPP's little gilded group chat or whatever while they're doing stuff. And this is where they're at having a meeting. And this And this is what's going on at the exact same time. Wally's sitting by himself over in a chat where they put him all alone. So this is happening at the same exact time while CPP is meeting in the war room with everybody else. Wally's sitting over there like a tard by himself because he can't see everybody else. And they just hide from him over there, supposedly to protect him or whatever. But Wally, these people don't fucking appreciate you, homie. They think
No, dude.
less of you than we do.
Yeah, they hate him. And
They
I
hate
think he should know that, like, just from past interactions, how many times we had to pull him aside and talk to him about his lying and about how he's not getting stuff done. Like, dude, they just do whatever they can to satiate you and keep you from going wild and crazy because you really think you're tough, man. But you're out of your league.
The next clip is beautiful. The next clip is great. We'll play let me remove this. We'll play this next clip. This is more Waltard.
And now tonight they're being quiet. So if somebody else called you and started this, I wish they would speak up and say who it is. Let's give it all out on the table. Listen, JD, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be really coach with you. I talked to Tommy yesterday on the phone. He called me. We had a talk. This is how it's going to go. Why did everything fucking just stop? And excuse my French. Why did everything just freaking just stop over there on Warbot's page?
It didn't, Wally. There's a new video coming out tonight. They re-put Freedom's house on there, too.
Yeah, it's got Freedom's house. That's Ethan, probably. We don't know. But listen.
Let me speak on that. WPG, I'm sorry. That I don't know if it was Ethan this time, but your house has been out there for a long time. Ed knew where your house was way back in the day, so it was never put out. So maybe it happened. Maybe it was Ethan. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know who it was. That's not really my jam, doing stuff like that. But your house has been known for a long time, WPG. Sorry to burst the bubble on Wally here.
Yeah, I saw that post, but he's not going to come out with another one until the mole, says, hey, or I would say,
Wally.
Why are we doing
Wally, that's not true. Go look at his page.
I'm going to tell you, there's nothing going to come out until, the coast is clear.
As long as you feel that Wally's the mole, we can't agree with that, and I'm sorry.
That was a misspoke. As long as you feel that Janie is the mole, is what he meant to say.
We're not gonna be able to be friends then. It's just that simple.
Tommy's backing me up 100%.
Let's.
On this.
Well,
Tommy thinks Janie's the mole. Is that true? Is that what he told you?
Tommy's making a big mistake.
I don't ever speak up. That's the thing. I never speak up. And finally, I had the phone.
Well, you're absolutely wrong, dude. You're wrong.
100% wrong. This is bullshit.
That's your guys' opinion. You can't say he's wrong, but you guys are blaming other people that
I can say he's wrong.
I never said your name once. I've never said your name once.
But I just don't believe Janie's the mole. I really don't.
Okay, well, that's Walmart's opinion. But you guys all believe it's Paisley, but that's your opinion. It's okay to have an opinion.
Let's see. Do we want to find out who the mole is? Because I'm pretty sure that we can find out who the mole is.
That's rich.
Isn't it though? I've been listening to these for like the past 4 or 5 days, and it is hilarious. So there was a comment. There was a comment made way back in the day on a Warbot post, and look who it's from. Miss Paisley Daisley. Miss Paisley Daisley. Now, let's take a look into this a little deeper. Now, this conversation with Mr. Warbot. Let's see, what does it say? Hi, this is Paisley. I'm the ex to Chillin' Eric. I think you might like this, but please leave my name out of it. Sorry, Paisley, we're not leaving your name out of it. Can I trust that you won't use my name? Let's go to the next shot. The next shot here. Look at what she sends. Look at what she fucking sends. Oh my goodness. Is it the summit video? What is it?
You know,
Summit video? No, it's not Paisley. Paisley's not the mole, is she? No. Let's keep scrolling.
It's bittersweet, Matt. Like these people, you know, JPaz and WPG and Cody. I don't trust them. I don't like them. But man, this is just great to see this get thrown into Wally and Tommy's face.
And this bitch has been running around these fucking YouTube streets talking all high and mighty like I take my accountability. Bitch, take your fucking accountability. You've been denying this for months and months and months, trying to pin it off on Janie. And don't get me wrong, you know, I've had my own beef with Janie. But look, you're caught red-handed. You're caught red-handed. And these people have been protecting you for how long, and you've been lying to them? Eric did me wrong, and I am angry. So here, they did a photo show stream to air all the pics. And just letting y'all know, I have all the pics. I have the copy of the video. I got it before they took it down.
But Matt, I thought Tommy cleaned everyththing up and cleaned up his organization.
Oh,
you mean to say he still has a mole?
Let me pull this up too, because that's a beautiful question. That is a beautiful question. You just asked. Let's see, where's that at? It says, what, I did clean house and happy to be here. No, you apparently didn't clean house. You didn't clean house. That's a good question, WPG. How long has Eric known about all this? How long has Eric been covering for? Let me remove some of these so I can add some more. Where are we at? We are on number 4. And I'm sure that these I'm sure that all these screenshots will be posted for your viewing pleasure over on Warbot's community post. I'm certain that they will be in full. Yes, please blur me or remove me. Sorry, not going to happen. There's quite a bit in this video I'm sure you can deal with. They had a wonderful conversation about Barbasol and a razor, but that's a fucking gross ass story, and I'm not going to get into that in public because that's just,
come on, we're not going to get into the SVU story.
No, we're not going to talk about SVU and Wally. No.
Next time.
We'll do that next time. Eric, she doesn't think you're a good person. Sorry, you're not a good person. All he does is smoke and drink morning to night. And I've heard that from numerous people. I fear retaliation, but I just do not care anymore. Well, Paisley, it's probably coming now. But Tommy, sorry to tell you, but you still got a snake in your boot, buddy. In the words of Woody, you still got a snake in your boot. And let's see. And I noticed then there's recipe stuff. You had to show how much. I forget what that rest of that conversation. Yes, all of CPP's trusted. And there was, I think there was only like 50 views on this video. Whenever all of this went down, whenever I made the copies of the summit video. So just know that I have all of those. And y'all, you fucking people, you CPP people, man, y'all have a weird fucking obsession. Imagine going on a fucking 4-day vacation of just fucking hanging out with people and drinking and not being able to get Warbot off your brain. You people talked about him constantly while you were on a fucking vacation. Imagine having somebody rent that much space in your brain while you're on vacation. I almost feel sorry for you people. I almost
Well,
you people, but I don't.
that's definitely like that's Tommy's agenda, you know. Have somebody to hate so that they can't focus so much on all of his misdoings, right? Like
God,
common enemy.
yes, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to be on a vacation in the mountains with some of your closest friends. You know, these people are real close and friendly with one another, and they're on a vacation together, and they decide that we're going to focus on Warbot. There's so many mentions of him and pictures. They went as far as to take a picture of like shooting the finger at him and took the time to edit other people's hands in it because they weren't there for the picture. And it was just it's almost fucking sad. It's almost sad. It is completely wild.
The irony that Tommy ends up trashing on the irony that Tommy ends up trashing the people that really just do the most for him and are just ride or die, and he loses all of these really good members only for him to still be surrounded by snakes.
And
You gotta love it, man.
and let me tell you, like uh, Janie, WPG, all those people, they're not my favorite people in the world, but they were Tommy's ride or die. They were right there for him, good, bad, ugly, did not matter. They were his ride or dies. And for him
It's
to
almost like he doesn't have good judgment.
yeah, almost like he doesn't have good judgment. That is a great way to put it. But I'm going to play one more clip here in just a second to show why I feel like Tom B and Tommy have so much in common, because we've basically heard this same fucking rant over and over again. Let me go let the dog out. The same rant over and over again from Tommy. Let me go let the dog out. Okay, you can go out.
Yeah, hearing Wally act so tough, like that's been his MO for a long time. Like we always had to talk that guy down out of going and doing something stupid, just really out of his wheelhouse. The
Yeah,
guy has no respect by anyone there. And to be honest, the fact that he's done spent every dollar of his settlement, to CPP, I'm not even sure why they tolerate him anymore or keep him around.
oh, I'm sure it's coming, but he's like their pet tard. You know, he's like just their pet tard that they can wind up and put batteries in his back and point him in a direction and send him over there and not have to worry about him anymore. You know, and they don't worry. He's replaceable and he's expendable. It just doesn't matter.
Yep.
Let's see this. Let's listen to this Tom B clip of this fucking complete psychopath just fucking start his rant.
Win, and then you're gonna fucking rage quit right after it. No, this is bullshit. It's the same shit you do in every fucking meeting. You are not gonna play the fucking victim when you are the bully, bitch.
Imagine somebody who is a quote unquote leader of a team talking to his team like this. Can you imagine if you went into a business meeting at work and these are the people that are representing, you know, supposedly a 501c3. This guy's going to be on the board for it, and this guy has pushed out JFaz and Janie and Cody and WPG, pushed out those people who supported Tommy for years in order to replace with this.
Calling somebody out for being a bully while Simon's simultaneously calling them a bitch. Dare I say that's diabolical.
Right. Let's continue a little more.
Thanks for finally letting that.
You are not going to play the fucking victim when you are the bully, bitch.
Thanks for finally letting that out, Tom. You could build.
I'd like to speak up here and say I was a witness in this server we're talking about, and Tom B, you were part of all of it, buddy.
Tom B,
I'm sorry, but
Part of all of what?
if Shay pissed you off, where did you go? You came right into the server and fucking vented just like everybody else was.
Did I mock them like that?
You fuck yeah, you did.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you did, man.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Old Tom B getting called out by the people in his circle. It's but it's no wonder to me now why he was cursing at Janie. Jedi is the new Todd. He was talking about Janie at that point in time because Tom B can't stand Janie. I'm not sure 100% of the reasoning, but it's
I can kind of get into the reasoning.
Go ahead.
At least because this has a long history. Back to whenever Tom B first came into the organization. You know,
Janie interviewed him to bring him in.
He did, and I was back in the day. I was also very deeply ingrained in things, and I fought hard to get Tom B into the organization because Wally was dropping the ball on getting the convictions, and he seemed like he was actually a viable person to get some work done. But whenever I talked with him about coming into the organization, I let him know Janie's character and how she was very power hungry. And I really put it in his ear about how she is an unsavory character. So he kind of started out with a bit of a chip on his shoulder about old Janie.
Well, and that's I get that with y'all's beef, but another thing, I'm not trying to distract away from this, but let me tell you another thing about all of these people that are devoting basically their entire life to this organization. None of these people are being paid. None of these people are being compensated. They are doing all of this for free. I've heard that the decoys, when they decoy a catch, have to run him down for their money and ask. He doesn't just straight up pay them or whatever.
Yes.
So
less than free, Matt. They're paying him, right?
They are paying him. They are donating to him to be able to get their little pats on the head and back scratches, and that is crazy to me, bro. Crazy to me that none of these people are compensated, and they're working their life away to support another man's lifestyle who doesn't do anything, who does none of the work for the organization.
Yeah, I mean, I can't take it. I get it. So they're convinced in the mission. They think that they're saving kids, but they're completely blinded. Yeah, exactly. They're completely blinded to the fact that Tommy isn't getting convictions. Tommy is fighting with the police all the time. He's a stain on the movement.
And I have a lot more information on that, on the number of convictions and all of that that's coming out. I have a lot of information that I have to go through as far as the arrests and as far as all of those arrests that he's getting with Westminster and Broomfield and stuff. I have the police themselves saying it's nothing but a book and release. They take them down there, they book them, they release them. And the reason they do that is because they have a hard time getting people to show up for court, or and the cops themselves are saying that. So it can't really be denied anymore.
I'll let you run through your information. I'm just going to sit back with a big smile on my face.
I'm just having the conversation. It's I'm about done with what I feel I need to put out today, pretty much. I wanted to make sure that it was known that there's still a snake in the camp. And I guess we will see. I guess we'll see how Tommy reacts to this, or if he claims that he already knew or any of that, because that would be a lie. You know, that he didn't know, because he would never let somebody like that survive. Or is he just using that to extort this lady? Because that's not above him either. You know,
Well,
using.
I agree. I was just going to say, I'm going to go ahead and jump down. I mainly wanted to pop up here just to reaffirm to Wally that no one likes you, dude, over there. No one respects you. They just satiate you. You might as well just crawl into a different hole on YouTube and go away, my guy. But,
Yeah.
Matt, once again, dude, you made my day with your stream, as always.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
All right. Peace.
Take it out. Yeah. See, this is what's going on behind your back, Wally. They got you sitting over there in your own little voice chat, all by yourself, just waiting to talk. And they're in the war room. They're doing real stuff. Nobody likes you. Nobody appreciates you. They've used you. Tommy used you and ran your money out when you lost that finger in that accident, a forklift accident or whatever it was, the accident. This man lost a finger and then donated the entire rest of it to CPP. They've drained him completely. Let me check my messages, see if there's any other points that I need to make. Let me scroll through here. Let me see. I had a whole list of points that I was going to make, and then I just kind of decided to wing it there at the end. The main thing is, I don't know. There's still a snake in the camp over there, and I couldn't stand. And I've known that this Paisley shit happened a long time ago, and I knew that Chillin' Eric was trying to extort her the same way that he was trying to extort Missy in the situation back in the day, threatening to put out, you know, explicit pictures of her that they had shared while they were in a relationship. Same way they did with Missy, using it to extort her. And so I felt kind of bad for her whenever her and Eric had originally split up. But apparently she just weaseled her way back in and was able to look past the fact that he was trying to revenge porn her. It's pretty wild what some people will do. Pretty wild. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Let's see. Yeah, and I'll wave hello to the CPP voice chat, because I know you people are likely watching right now. So, hey, CPP voice chat. And if you're not watching, we know that you will. We know that you will. And I guess we'll see how Tommy responds to this. I guess I do owe a little bit of a commendation to Tommy the other day when Mitch tried to spin his narrative that the boys had anything to do with the leak or whatever in his, and he came up there and made Mitch look like a fucking clown and showed that we had nothing to do with it. Well, that is true. We had absolutely nothing to do with their leak. Let's see what we got in the comments here. I haven't been watching the comments. Where does Nunya fit in? I have no idea where Nunya fits into this. But I'm wondering, have you guys noticed also that Nunya hasn't spoken a single fucking word about this information breach, about dropping this information. I have heard that Tom B and Steph are in some sort of romantic relationship, which is fucking wild. And I do know and have proof of. I'm not. No, I'm not going to put that out right now. I'm going to keep that one in my pocket. But I do have proof that Tommy is making backroom deals with Steph even after this. Even after this, communicating with Steph even after this to try and gain dirt and ammunition against Janie. And I do have the proof. I do. So don't fucking test me. Let's see. Judd, KR, Shay, Emily, Mortal all need to apologize. Every one of them need to apologize to Janie. Every single fucking one owe Janie an apology. And let's see, do y'all think that it would have and because them thinking that Janie was the mole is what put the bad taste in their mouth about all of this shit with the leak. They would have never tried to pin the leak on Janie if they would have known it was Paisley way back in the day. No way. Let's see, I don't know anything about that, but I appreciate all involved in exposing Paisley as our mom. Yeah, that is well, it's been a while, and like I said, I've known about it since day one. I have several copies of that stream, and your little argument about ranch sauce. It's ranch dressing, goddammit. It's ranch dressing, not ranch sauce. But they I have this video saved, and I've known that it was Paisley for a long time, and it was kind of a little more rewarding to me at the time to sit back and just watch the other side, eat itself alive. No, we can absolutely, if y'all want to talk about it in the chat, we can address it, but but I don't know if I want to go into that whole fucking story. Or if somebody wants to come up and tell the story, y'all can come up and tell the story. I would actually love for someone to come up and tell the story, but I don't want to be the one to tell that story. That story is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. I think someone else could probably tell the story better than me. I don't want to tell the story. I don't want to risk getting any details wrong, but the way it was told to me was fucking hilarious. Every time I hear that little intro song to SVU, I get just a slight, tiny bit nauseous. Okay, Damon's y'all got something to look forward to. Damon is going to tell it on his next live. Yeah, let's just keep it. Let's just keep it at that. I agree. Calling it ranch sauce should be an arrestable offense. We're gonna save that one. We're gonna save that one for because I know the story, but I can't tell the story adequately for you guys. And if Damon or maybe if Damon or Noid or somebody from CPP at the time can't come up here to tell the story, I don't want to ruin it because the story is fucking hilarious. Hilarious. The story is great. But I really wanted to let these people know that, Wally, you're not appreciated. They don't like you. They just utilize you to do their bidding, and they want you to leave them alone. No one respects you. Tom B, you are a psychopath, a complete fucking psychopath. And it's very obvious this was your mistake. This whole leak, this whole mishandling of all these decoys, these 700 decoy applicants, all of this is your fault, Tom. And I don't know why Tommy's covering for you so hard. You must have some serious dirt on him. Or maybe it's the fact that he's already burned WPG and burned Janie and burned all of his other people, that now he can't afford to get rid of you. Because he's already burned everybody else and pushed them out, and those people are done with him. So now he's got to ride or die with you, even though it's your fucking fault that this happened, Tom. It's your fault. You are the one who let this happen. The fact, it's appalling, the fact that Tommy knowing Steph's history, knowing what she did way back with the Hawaii catch and with several other decoys. That Hawaii catch is the one that gets referenced all the time, but there were several other instances where Preds were notified or decoys were exposed. Several. So why in the world would Tommy ever let someone like that back in? And I can tell you why. Because the catches had dried up, and like her or not, Steph can get catches. She is good at getting catches. She's good at it. Yeah, Jeff's never had these numbers, bro. Jeff is seething right now. Seething, sitting back watching. Seething. But it I don't know. What? Why can't we mention Tommy's pedal brother and CPP? Why are they protecting Brett? I don't know. Yeah, Jeff is probably mad right now. Jeff is probably mad. He's going to be drinking them hurricanes left and right tonight. But where was that? What was I talking about? I done lost my train of thought. I got to stop looking at the chat. Tommy losing everyone. Well, he pushed Janie out starting. Well, it was finalized months ago, like back in like May of this year. But he's been nudging her for a year, maybe even two. And it's really sad. And I've been saying this since way back in the day, that Tommy doesn't even know the definition of loyalty. He has no idea what was loyalty. I've been saying that since the days of Cat Eyes. And, Cat Eyes was loyal to that man to a fault, and he did nothing but burn her. We watched this guy extort Smashley live on a panel in front of the entire community. It's just, we have seen some, we saw Cece go live to speak out against Tommy, and Tommy call her abuser on screen. And there's a lot more details to all of that also, and I know that she probably wasn't innocent in the whole deal, but at the time he didn't know that, and calling an abuser on panel to support his side of things. It's just, there's been so much over the years. So much. More lies than truth. It's really, I don't know. I don't know. Let me. Let me. Sorry, I'm pulling up some other stuff. Sorry, I was pulling some shit up, and it's trying to play music while I'm doing it. But anyways, okay, yeah, you're late. You're late there, Jersey. I don't know if anybody. Let me look at my inbox here. If anybody has anything to say. No, nobody. Okay, nobody there. Let me check this other. Anybody? Okay. Drop that. Anyways, so Jersey, we need money. Yeah, I guess since we got 260 in here, I could drop my Cash App, huh? Isn't that the way that shit goes around this motherfucker? That's hilarious. No, that is not the way that goes. Not around this bitch. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the comments real quick. Have a good day. See you later. Yeah, we do have a pretty good crowd here. I'm done with what I have to talk about. So if anybody has anything that they would like me to address, feel free to drop that in the comments and we can address it. Can I do a quick recap? Crystal, you can. First we talked about how much of a retard that Wally guy is. Why would you want to talk about Cruz, Pat Con? So he lied about cancer. Who cares? Like it. Well, I don't really care about Cruz. Wally's a retard. Nobody appreciates him. He tries to throw his weight around. He has been accusing Janie for months, if not years, of being a mole. And letting out their pictures from their 2025 summit. And don't forget, I have the 2024 summit pictures too, guys. Just letting y'all know that. Anybody who'd like to see some of the comedy, just reach out to me on Instagram. I will share a bit with you. I can give you some comedic relief. Let's see. And Tom B is a psychopath. And like I said, it's very easy to see why him and Tommy get along with one another. And Tom B, let me just tell you this. Tom B, your day will come too. Like, you are replaceable also. And one day, your day will come too. Tom B is going to replace you all. I mean, Tommy is going to replace you also. You are expendable just as the rest. You can think that you aren't, but you are. You are expendable. Everyone is expendable to Tom B. There was a recording of Tommy on a panel saying, "There's another Janie. There's another Tom B. There's another WPG. It doesn't matter. You are replaceable. And Tommy has told his closest people in the circle. So, Tom B, you are replaceable also. And to be honest, I don't know why you haven't been replaced yet after all of this, after this mess up. And that's what makes me think that you've got some sort of dirt on Tommy that he doesn't want to get out, because WPG, I can't remember if I've heard it or just was told about it, but that conversation he said, there is another you and I will find the other you. And he has people beating down his door wanting to work for free. And that's why he doesn't pay anybody, because he doesn't have to pay anybody, because he has enough clowns willing to do it for free. But that's why the turnover rate is so high. That's why nobody can stay. That's why nobody will stay. Yeah, he has said stuff on panels for he will replace everyone. He has not been replaced because who? Tom B? Tom B hasn't been replaced because he gives money. Is that who you're talking about, Bullhand? And he's retired and dedicates all of his time to CPP. Yeah, I don't know how much he's pouring into CPP, but it's probably a lot, you know. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, guys. That is true, Cotton Eye Bro. He hasn't been replaced because he's a yes man who will do Tommy's dirty work with no questions asked. That is very true. V is panicking in the war room right now, huh? Is she? Is she over there panicking? I have no doubt about that. No doubt about that. I'm sure the war room is. Let's see, 600 docs makes more. Well, the thing is Tommy went off and started spouting off that 700 doxes, which, okay, I guess possibly you could consider that a dox, but Steph got that link to all of those not by nefarious means. It wasn't nefarious. Tom B freely gave it to her. He freely gave her that link. And they freely had all that information not password protected. Like, you didn't need anything except the link. Only the link. Which is completely crazy. It's crazy. And it was a lapse in security, and it was, if Tom B is in control of that, it is his fault. Exactly, Cotton Eye Bro. Information like that should be something such as, like, when you fill out a job, when you go into a job and you have to fill out paperwork, that should be a paper copy kept under lock and key and disposed of after you are no longer with the organization. But they've just been holding on to it. And let me tell you why they hold on to all of that information. The reason they hold on to that information is because if you ever work for CPP or you're ever part of their group and then you choose to leave because you see something you don't like, or because, somebody does you wrong, the fact that they have all that information keeps you quiet. The fact that they have all of that information keeps people quiet when they are wronged. It's as simple as that. That is very true. And what I was saying is about the about those Westminster catches and those Broomfield catches. The cops themselves said it's a book and release. They take them, they put them in handcuffs, but that's all that Tommy needs to say that it's an arrest. It's a detainment. It's a detainment. They detain them, they take them down, they write up whatever, and then they let them off. And a lot of those people, if you look them up, you can't find any charges for them. You can't find any charges. You can't find any court dates for none of those people. And we're going to be working on some of that too. Let's see. V means well. She's in a bad spot. Doesn't deserve to be attacked. She's been lied to and hurt like the rest of us. There are at least 10 of us that left permanently. Well, you know, I don't know anything about V, to be honest, but blackmail. But those people docs didn't do anything right. It is call me glitter. It's insurance. It's insurance. Some of those people that they have that information on, some of those people were decoys. They were part of the CPP organization. They were. But all of that information is kept as insurance. A lot of them never even decoyed a single catch. The majority of them never did. All just applicants. Let's see. What did... Janie was never the mole. She never sent me anything. I had no idea some summit video even existed. I can verify that. You folks had let paranoia take over. Meantime, y'all sitting with Paisley the whole time and letting her deny it, bro, and letting her run around here for the past couple of weeks acting like she's high and mighty, bro. I've been waiting for this. It's been coming for a while, and I've known that this was going to get put out for a while. I was just waiting for the right moment, and I feel like the right moment came. Nah, RIM, rest in misery, nigga. Rest in misery. Janie is a saint. Janie has her faults too, but I don't think she's a horrible person. I think she did some shitty things, and she was blinded by the mission, and overlooked a lot of things that she should not have overlooked, and was okay with a lot of things that she should not have been okay with, and in turn caused her to do a lot of things that, if she thinks back, she probably wouldn't redo the same way. Because it's all different looking at it from the outside looking in. Let's see. WPG says, not entirely true. Damon's first part was true, but we never let Paisley back in with us. She left and told Eric he had to stay away from CPP or else it's over. Well, apparently that's not still the case, WPG, because they were walking in that parade side by side. You know, he was in that parade. I don't know if she was at the parade, but he was in that parade. Yeah, RIM, rest in misery. I hope it's a painful way that he goes. I hope he goes in the most painful of ways, dick cancer or something. Would make me giddy. She returned only after we were pushed out on May 1st. Yeah, the May 1st was the big blowout, and that was right after Tommy got back. Was right, Cody? That was right after Tommy got back from the Philippines, or right after he left the Philippines? No, after he left for the Philippines, shit just kind of went haywire because all the slimy people were turning against you guys and doing shit behind your back. Tommy will learn either the easy way or the hard way that you cannot run this like an organization of friends. It has to be ran like a business. You can have friends in business. Yeah, it was like the day of or the day after or something that the blow up happened. And I've heard clips from that also. There is it was another psychopathic rant of hours long. Hours. Hey, Cat Eyes, good to see you. Good to see you, Cat Eyes. Good to see you. Check. Any port in a retarded storm, right? Right. Let's see. Super Rico mix. Well, I'm glad everybody showed up here today. I hope that all these people that joined will come back one day, because we will have a continuation of this. Part of the story on it is going to be told on Damone's. Y'all will get the funny story about Wally and the SVU and the Barbasol, and we're not. Anyways, yeah, you did return just at the right time, Mr. X. Just at the right time. But I don't know if Damone is. I want to make this panel easily watchable. I don't want to make it be like a 4-hour fucking panel. You know, I want people to easily be able to come back and watch this. And so I'm not, even though we do have a lot of viewers, I'm not going to stay live just to stay live. I don't care about the views. I hope that all you people come back that are new here today. We're going to be looking into the CPP catches and seeing how many of those people were actually caught up, or who were actually charged and whatnot. And I do have. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Let me pull one more little shot up. Let's pull one more little shot up. That image file. What you got to say now, Paisley? What you got to say now, Judd? What you got now to say, KR? Y'all are all sleeping with the enemy the whole fucking time. Sleeping with the enemy the entire time. But yeah, we are going to be looking into the catches that they've gotten and checking out and seeing which ones were actually charged and which ones weren't. And there will be a follow-up. There will be a follow-up to this, and more discussion about this. I'm going to, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time today, so I'm gonna put more information together, and I'm sure that after this stream, I'm sure that more stuff will pour in. That's what always happens when I put a small amount out. Information just starts pouring in. So I guess we will I guess we'll see how CPP reacts to this. Let's see what happens to Paisley. Which I'm betting that she just gets booted, quote, I'm doing air quotes, gets booted publicly, and she just comes back in as an alt, and they continue to protect her because they're not willing to look dumb. So, yeah, and hi CPP voice chat again. I see that you have a large number of people in there right now. So your VC must be popping. So I hope you're all having a great day. Not really. I hope this ruined your day. But anyways, we're gonna dip out. I'll play an outro song, and we will get together again very soon. Thank you all. I'm not one to ask for likes and subs, but if you want to come back for some more content like this, it's coming in the near future. So just sub up. Anybody who needs to reach out to me behind the scenes, you can find me on Instagram, same name as the channel. You can also email me to my email is on the about page. Anybody, and I will, if you want your identity held back, I'm not about exposing anybody who has anything to say or provide me information. So hit me up, and I will see you guys next time.
Testing. All right. You can cut out that other shit.
Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we still riding swangers and put diamonds in our necks. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got checks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know, don't fuck with Texas. Hey, we always strapped, we keep our weapons. My mama from the 8, she slowed it down for me at 7. Used to think Pepsi was the guy before he went to heaven. I knew what pushing P was before Gunna even said it. Hey, C0 taught me keep my weapon and never trust a nigga or a bitch cause it's expected. No killers from the country, they ride horses and throw seldom. Got niggas in the east ride ATVs with Mac 11s.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here to this bitch. Don't mess with Texas. Cause you know everybody around this bitch got guns, nigga.
Hey, see, I'm from Texas. We got Beyonce, Trey the Truth, and we can't forget Devin. Big shout out to them boys, and I can't forget back from Texas. I've been feeling like Luca, how I bought that shit a blessing. Number 1 rule in Texas, keep it solid, ain't no telling. Hey, and always keep your fucking weapon. A nigga try me other guys, we got no choice but stretch him. If he survive these shots at first, bet he die on that stretcher. These diamonds I got water, might just go Johnny my next one. Hey, this Texas tea is what I drank. Sauce Walker had us dripping, Sauce having hoes in on drink. Young Nasa had us jigging, dipping, ain't know how to think. Now I got all these niggas stepping, swiping, catching plays.